Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another story time. So, today I'm gonna tell you the story the time where me and some friends of mine in summer camp made a whole ass legend about a cursed woods, possessed women in those woods, and drag addicts that killed children. Strong start, isn't it? I know. So, let's get into it. I'm gonna preface this by saying a little bit of the topography again about the summer camp and a little bit of so you can get a better idea of what we're dealing with. So the summer camp was pretty much in the middle of nowhere. It was in between a bunch of mountains, some farming fields, and it was pretty close to the ocean. It was like a few kilometers away, like 10 kilometers away from the ocean, so it wasn't that far away from it. So the campgrounds in general were not fenced off by some huge ass fence or anything. Some parts did not even have any fencing that separate the compounds from the wilderness that was on the other side. Some were like just small wooden fences. Other were like big, tall like fences that like are from wires, you know. But in general, there wasn't a lot of fencing. And where my age group was located was like at the north, fully north of the camp, and it was on the outer, like there was about 20 to 30 meters of campgrounds, and then there was nothing. There was wilderness, and there was no fencing. That is going to be important later. So I was located at the edge of the camp with no camp fencing. So let's get back to where it all started. At the beginning of the camp, we had we had a rule by the team leaders, the house leaders, or whatever you want. Yeah, the team leaders. Um, we had a rule from the team leaders to never ever get out of campgrounds and go into the forest. Which, in hindsight, thinking about it, is really freaking logical because you don't want children like 12 and 13-year-olds that think they're adults to be running around in the woods and probably get killed by something or by like just getting hurt and not be able to come back or just getting lost and not be able to be found until it's too late. They don't want to be responsible for that, so you tell them to not go out of the bounds and you look after them. So that was the most logical reason. But because we're kids, we don't think that way. We don't think that they're trying to do something that's reverse. We're thinking that they're hiding something. And they must be hiding something, right? To not let us get out of the campgrounds. What the fuck? That's stupid, right? um, so the rumor started by a friend of mine that said, hey, I heard rumors that there's like a creepy wooden cabin, like 300 meters away or something like that. Like he even said a specific number, um, and there are drag addicts there that kidnap and kill children, and some older kids go there and have drugs as well, but they were never seen again. So we should never get out because of that. That's why they don't want us out. And that was the first rumor that was spread. Um, Some kids even claimed to have seen people walking around the woods outside and looking for the kids, and we were kind of freaked out about that because we don't know if it was true. They weren't in like the group, so I don't know if that was true. I hope it wasn't. A few days later, I remember like one of our friends in the group. We were doing some horse riding training, which was part of the camp. It was not paid extra, and one of the kids next of the group is like, "Oh, look at me, guys! I'm gonna get out of the fence." It's like a small wooden fence that doesn't allow the horse to get out, but a human can easily get out of there. Like, oh, we're like, "No, no, the drug addicts! You will be killed! No, the drug addicts! Careful! No!" I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna do it! I'm gonna fucking die!" He didn't go out. He didn't. We were all like, "No!" We're so freaked out, so freaked out. But at some point, my group and I realized that's bullshit. Like, there's no way there's like drug addicts out in the woods. That's not true. So we decide to create our own stories. And what we went with is a possessed woman in the woods that was looking for children that ran away to kidnap, kill, and sacrifice to Satan for. Yeah, that's what we were going for. And we were like drilling it into everybody's head that that person existed. Like every single like kid around in all the neighboring houses that we could talk to and convince them or like give them the idea, the seed of they exist. We did that shit. We were going around like saying, "Oh, so shit, we saw her. Like we heard screaming from the woods or something like that." Like we were even like sometimes I don't know if we believed it or not because we're talking about it so much. But like, remember when I told you that our houses were in the edge? There was a small hill right after that. So we were talking, and a lot of times we would just go there to chill a little bit at the edge of the camp, not outside of it, but at the edge, just chill. It had shade, and it was pretty fucking hot in the summer here in the Mediterranean. So we were talking. Sometimes, like, you know what? Let's make this the spot where the woman will be. And sometimes, some nights, we were going out and saying, "Hey, oh shit, we saw her like down the hill. She's like wearing a white dress and had like all this creepy black hair." And we were like making her so real. Like sometimes we would make a friend of us go in the place where we all chill. He's hidden, right? Nobody can see him, and we'd tell him to scream when we put people out. So we took some kids out, and like she was right there. We saw her, and like as we said that, he would scream, and he did a very convincing, high-pitched woman scream. Like, have you ever heard the mountain lion? He actually did something like that, and we were third fucking team. Well, of course, not like a mountain lion, like, but it resembled like something like that. Imagine a human and that. We were all running back like all the time, like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And when the team leaders were going in to see, nobody was found because the kid was gone, and, and he was back, and yeah, there was no possessed girl out there. And so we kept making those stories, and we kept doing all this shit. So every other kid that was not in on it thought they were going crazy, and they were like, actually, there was actually a possessed girl out in the woods. And one night, me and my friends were like 4 people, got together and we're like, look, it's time to level up. We cannot stay like this. We're gonna pull the whole fucking prank to the next fucking level. So what we did, a friend of us had like a white shirt, a long white shirt, and we made him go back in the woods, and he would pretend to be the possessed girl. So we took like one kid, and we're like, oh my god, Similius, which is like a fake name for the kid that was doing the prank, which is like a fake name for the kid that was actually like behind it in the woods. And it's like, they took Similius went in because he saw the possessed lady, and now he's gone. We cannot find him. And it's like, what, where? And then we take him there and we show him where he was, and there was like the white shirt that was just like there hanging. Like, oh my god, you see that white thing? And we're like, oh my god, yes, oh my god, that's her. Get back, he's dead. He's fucking dead. So we convinced that kid it existed. And that kid went back to its house. It was a different house, like the next house was. And it was like, holy shit, guys, it's dead. He's dead. The possessed girl got him. And he believed it because it's not like, holy shit, he's actually fucking dead. Nobody believed him out there, though. And now, I'm gonna tell you another important detail, how the houses were laid out. So you just go in, it's like a front door with 2 windows, one on the right and one on the left, and there's like a huge front room with a bunch of bunk beds. And after that, there's another doorway that leads to locker rooms where kids would just leave their stuff, and there's an emergency shower and toilet. Hey, Alex. an emergency shower and toilet, just for the night. If they don't allow the kids to go to the actual toilets, they just go in that one. The very important detail is that in that locker room there was a very small window, like the bathroom windows, that had just a bug net, and they could hear everything from there. So me and my friends went behind their house, the other house, not ours, and we said, "Okay, I'm gonna hit the bug net with my hand and like, ah, and you just scream." And I was hitting the bug net with my hand because I had the biggest hand, and my friends were screaming. And like we did it at first, we heard like a few screams, and then like more, and then we went in their house and we saw that there were more kids there, like looking in the window, like what the fuck. And we did it again, and more kids screamed, like, "What the fuck is going on? Is he outside? Is he outside of the window coming for us? What is going on? I'm so scared." The third time we were about to do it, the team leader came in the locker room and was like, "What the fuck are you guys looking at the window? Like, why are you guys all looking at the window and screaming?" And then we did it again, but this time, I'm like, you know what? Do you have a chainsaw sound on YouTube? Because that one friend had a phone at the time that could connect to the internet. So we're like, "Hey, put chainsaw noises on your phone, scream, and I'm gonna hit the window." So my friend puts on the chainsaw noises and is ready to play it, and we like count down 3, 2, 1. I hit the window, and it's like screams like, "Ah!" And the fucking chainsaw, and everyone got scared. Like you heard so many screams of terror. Even the team leader got scared. Like I think he got mostly startled than scared. She's like, "What the fuck?" And then we went back to our house, but everybody was like trying to find out who did it. Like, who the fuck did it? Who the fuck did it? Because fucking possessed girl didn't have a chainsaw. We came clean. And nothing bad happened. We didn't get any repercussions, just a slap on the wrist to not do it again. But it was just like a harmless prank. Everybody laughed in the end. Pretty funny stuff. But the stories of the possessed girl never really ended, even though we knew it was like false. But then we just like told everybody like, "Oh yeah, the possessed girl, the possessed girl." And at the end of camp, there were like a few kids, me and like 5 more kids, and so the whole like age group was in one house with one team leader, and and we were saying scary stories at night. And one person said about a possessed girl, like, that was running around in the streets at night, and she was killing people, and the police hasn't caught her yet, and she's out there killing now. And everybody was pretty scared. I wasn't really scared about it because, but a kid didn't sleep that night because he was so scared of that story. And that's how we created the legend of a possessed girl, and that's how we reenacted it. How we became the possessed. Anyway, if you did enjoy this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.